What's cracklin', everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list. For each episode, we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host, Tucker, and for this episode, we'll be doing Frosted Flakes with marshmallows. Now, worth noting, as you can see, these marshmallows just sort of white discs, but I got this a while ago. Since I've picked this up, they've released a new version of Frosted Flakes with like themed marshmallows around Tony. I don't imagine there's much of a difference really between the taste of those, so just gonna stick with the one I already have, but thought I should point that out. Now, looking at the list, Frosted Flakes was our first A, so strong start for this cereal, and we've done a few other different variations. We did a chocolate Frosted Flakes and honey nut Frosted Flakes, both at B, and then a cinnamon Frosted Flakes and banana cream Frosted Flakes, both at C. So decent chance this is going to be top half of the list. However, we can't go into this without noting its more or less rival, I'd say, which is the Lucky Charms Frosted Flakes, which was pretty much the same concept, but in reverse, where they started with the Lucky Charms marshmallows, added Frosted Flakes style bits. But that was not good. Historically, if you'll remember, that moved between the rankings. Couldn't make up my mind very much there. But ended up down at an E. But a lot of the issue with that was the Frosted Flakes themselves. So automatically, I think this is going to solve that issue, and we'll be able to more accurately just go off of the taste combination of the marshmallows and Frosted Flakes. Let's go ahead and open it up. See what we are working with here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Alright. Seems like Frosted Flakes. Visually, the white kind of fits with the flakes though, so I don't know how well that works with the themed ones, because there's like a lot of orange going on, obviously, because of the tiger. But yeah, not a lot. Got the little discs of marshmallows. Got Frosted Flakes. Check, check.
Oh,
Congratulations, you're going to be in this one.
great.
You walked out during a pivotal moment. I can't turn back.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Tastes like a Frosted Flake with a bit of marshmallow. Shocking. Yeah, nothing to stand out about the marshmallow here. It is kind of like a marshmallow. And it's the Frosted Flake taste, I think, is more present than the marshmallow taste, which, ratio-wise does make sense. But luckily, Frosted Flakes are good, so I don't mind. I will say, at least for the moment, I think you can see this. There's a lot of marshmallows in here, and it seems comparatively to the pieces, which is often an issue for Lucky Charms. However, it could just be, the pieces kind of buried each other. But visually, it looks like a lot, so that's good. They got a decent ratio going on. So now I am trying to get more marshmallows at once, because obviously, as I've said, decent amount in there. And I'm noticing more the taste of the marshmallow when I do it that way. It definitely becomes more of an almost even taste balance there, and the marshmallows are sort of reminding me of the marshmallow taste of something like vanilla wafers, which makes sense because that cereal was the same sort of white discs, but it's not the same marshmallow taste you'd get from like a Lucky Charms type marshmallow, and unlike the Lucky Charms Frosted Flakes Frosted Flake, there's a real Frosted Flake, whereas clearly one's way better. This is a little more comparable. It's like, okay, sure, yeah, it's like a marshmallow taste. Kind of sweet, like the aftertaste, a little like sharp with its sweetness. But that might just be having it with the Frosted Flakes, which is like a more calm sort of sweet taste, if that makes sense. So it's kind of just like a spike in there, which is sort of weird, but definitely not bad. Now, clearly I was a little distracted during that milk pour, so there's a lot more milk in here than I should have done for Frosted Flakes. So, you know, I've had a lot of practice with this. But we're going to try the milk. Don't expect there to really be anything going on, but here we go. Yeah, it's just kind of slightly sweetened milk. I think I was picking up some of the marshmallow sweetness though. Yeah, I think unlike the normal Frosted Flakes milk, which is also, you know, a little bit sweeter, it's that frostedness, frosting, I guess. Frosted powder seems more accurate. Kind of mixes in and does sweeten it, but the marshmallows I think are heightening the sweetness in the milk, so that's worth noting. Not like a huge like plus or minus there compared to normal Frosted Flakes, but yeah, just a little sweeter. Overall, this is easily leaps above Lucky Charms Frosted Flakes. So obviously, as the list has established, I am a fan of the Frosted Flakes pieces, just in general. And the cereal, it doesn't lose that. It continues to be good Frosted Flakes, unlike the Lucky Charm one, which I'm going to keep referencing because it's such a direct comparison here. But this, good flakes, marshmallows, totally fine. Nothing crazy about them, visually obviously, or really in the taste as well. So those were just totally acceptable marshmallows. Can't really complain there. Maybe I'd pick the Lucky Charms marshmallows over that just a bit because I'm more used to that sort of marshmallow taste versus the marshmallow taste these had, which, like I noted, like a little different. But I think easily, like I said, overall this is much better than Lucky Charms Frosted Flakes. So Frosted Flakes with marshmallows, good job there. But this does sort of run into the same issue that Fruit Loops with marshmallow and sort of Fruity Pebbles with marshmallow ran into, where the base cereal I'm a fan of, and the marshmallow almost distracts from that. Like as I was kind of finishing this up, like cool, like marshmallow's fun, but I would almost prefer just the normal Frosted Flakes because that's such like a standout. So it's weird that they added something and it's a good addition, but I think for me it's still lower on the list. And unlike Fruity Pebbles, which had that happen as well, the taste there was a little different. This, as I mentioned, tastes pretty much the exact same, much more like a Fruit Loop situation. So, like those two cereals, what I'm going to do is give Frosted Flakes with marshmallows a B. Good addition to the Frosted Flakes family. Doesn't quite reach the top up there with chocolate and honey nut. So we got good combinations of, you know, mornings you can have with just Frosted Flakes. So that's cool. Good job there, Tony. Kind of like how Tony does all the different sports. You got different Frosted Flakes for your different sports, I guess. Though I feel like he only really focuses on like a couple now. But you get the idea. If somehow I become aware of like a major change between this version and the themed marshmallow versions, I might, you know, check that out as well. But as it stands now, don't think that's truly necessary. So it's pretty much going to be the same thing, just different look. So for now, I'm just going to say both of those. No matter which one you get, it's probably going to be a B. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. If you've tried either variation of the Frosted Flakes marshmallows, be sure to let me know. If you also ended up trying the Lucky Charms Frosted Flakes, and also have your own sort of comparison between this cereal and that cereal, be sure to let me know in the comments as well. We could discuss the pros and cons of that, but I feel like it's going to be mostly pro for this, mostly con for that. If you have had both of the marshmallows, and maybe you do have that information of how accurate my assumption is of them being more or less the same, be sure to let me know about that as well. But until next time, stay delicious.